Hello everyone and welcome to your e-learning course. If you're watching this video, it's because you have completed your orientation and you are now ready to begin your academic course, whichever that may be. Now I'm going to send this video to all students who are in either Canadian and World Issues, Grade 12 University English, or Writer's Craft. Okay, all the instructions are the same for any of those courses. So here we are. I've logged in again as CC Evans, which is my colleague's lovely white doggy. And as you see, she is a very busy doggy with all these courses. You will have two. Yours will say ELO, which you've already done, plus your academic course, whether it be World Issues, ENG 4U, or Writer's Craft. So what we're going to do is we'll just go into World Issues just as an example for everyone. So this is what the course homepage looks like. Okay, remember up here at the top, that's your own personal homepage. And then this is like once you walk into the door of the classroom, you see this course homepage. This course homepage has all the information you'll need to be successful in the course. As you know, this toolbar here, just below the course name, these are where you perform the functions to get to different pages in the course. We're at Course Home now. Content, as you know from the orientation, that's where you get the content for your lessons while you're learning. Discussions, these are discussion boards. We'll have a number of those throughout the course that allow you the opportunity to talk about various topics that you'll encounter throughout the course and get to know your peers in the class. So it's not an individual course, it's really a course done with a class, done with a group of people within a virtual setting. The Dropbox is where you will submit all of your assignments. We don't email them to the teacher. We submit them in the Dropbox, and the Dropbox is actually linked to the grade section. So it's very nifty and convenient. The Dropboxes are all hyperlinked within the content section. So really you only need to go to Dropbox to verify that a file has been submitted to the correct Dropbox. Quizzes in our courses in English and Geography, we don't have very many quizzes at all, so you will rarely use this section. The grades section, as I mentioned, the grades have all your items posted, all your marks, as well as feedback, so you can go there to track your progress and see how you're doing. The checklist is an extremely important component of course because it tells you what you need to do in the content. You can now understand that you don't need to do everything. We'll get back to that in just a moment. Okay, up here, here's your email icon. It says you've got some emails because of the red lights there. There's also an email component here along with your locker and the calendar. Okay, first of all, what we'll do is we'll look at the main course page and then we'll get into a little bit more depth. So I'll scroll down here. The due dates. The due dates have all been posted here on the left. They're the same for each course. As you see, January 24th is your first due date. The second due date is actually the only Friday, and the reason it's a Friday is because it's the Friday before March break, followed by April 7th. The midterms are April 11th. Therefore, units 1, 2, and 3 will be found on your midterm report. So it's important that you get all those items in for unit 1, 2, and 3 so that you don't have zeros affecting your mark for your midterm report. Okay. Then we have May 5th for Unit 4, June 9th, and our exams. Our exams are planned for June 16th, June 17th, and June 18th. The way the exams work in these courses is you actually come to our computer lab, which is at our site. It's in Mississauga. It's just south of Square One. And what happens is you come to our computer lab, sit down at our computers, and you take part in an exam, which is about 2 hours in length. So typically, because you're all in a regular day school, the exam would go from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. There'll be many more details on that later. Okay. Now the news section. The news section has a number of items that will help. They're important for you to be successful in the course. So if you see something in news, you know it's important. We'll come back to this in just a sec. The calendar. The calendar is here. All of the due dates that are posted will be found here. So as you see, your first due date is February 6th, coming up on Thursday, and the subsequent due dates are posted. Okay? All right. So let's take a look at the news section. Welcome to your course. You are not required to do everything in the course. Look at the blue nav bar for checklist. Oh, sorry. Look at the blue nav bar for checklist and click on the hyperlinks below to find out what assignments you have to do. I've chosen certain assignments that need to be done to be completed. So, you can either click on the checklist through the nav bar, or they're hyperlinked here. Units 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So let's just take a look here. Units 1 and 2. Again, you're not required to do everything in the course. The required assignments are listed here. Remember, formative assignments are those that are assessed using comments in order to help you improve your work, and summative assignments are those that are evaluated and receive marks or grades. You must do all of the assignments, both formative and summative. Make sure to check the box once you complete each assignment. This is a great way to track your progress. Okay? So what you do is you take a look at this checklist and you'll see some have formative beside them and others have summative. The summative assignments will all be found in the grades section because they will get numeric grades as well as comments. Those are the ones that obviously you want to do your best work because those are going to get grades. Okay? They also come with a due date. Now, the ultimate due date is the end of the unit. So in the case of Unit 1, it will be February 24th. But what I've done is I've spread out the due date so that it helps you to keep pace with the course so that you're not scrambling at the end of the unit. Okay? The assignments do vary in length. Summative assignments tend to take longer than formative assignments. And obviously you want to do your best work, so they'll take longer as well. So if you see, for example, that the due date for the assignment is Thursday, that means at the end of the day, so I put 11:59, but it's a good idea to take a look on Tuesday or Wednesday and say, okay, what's required to have this done? Because oftentimes you need a couple of days to get some of the work done, okay? Even just to think it over and to figure out what you want to write, okay? One other thing I wanted to say is, for example, with Unit 1, Activity 4, Assignment 1, it's a discussion. So when it's a discussion, it's critical that you reply. So you're going to post your answer to the discussion topic, and then you're going to reply. So it's important that you reply to 3 of your peers. Okay? It will tell you in the instructions, but when it's something that's being assessed, it's being assessed not only for your comment or your assignment, but also the way you interact with your peers. So keep that in mind. Every assignment does come with a rubric, so you can take a look at how you're being evaluated before you submit your work. And yeah, so many of the formative assignments build onto the summative assignments, especially you may need to use some of the information that you gathered in the formative assignment in the summative assignment. So please don't skip them, do them. Follow the due dates so you don't get behind. Okay, that's enough about the checklist. We'll go back to course home. And so as you know, they're hyperlinked there. And you're going to go to the content section found in the course toolbar, left side of the page, and carefully read the course information and student information folders, then start Unit 1. If you're having any trouble, give me a call. I'm here from 9 until 3 at my office. It's the strangest teaching job ever because I sit here at a desk. I'm not wandering around schools. So when you phone me, usually I'm here. If I'm not here, leave me a voicemail. It's critical, however, when you leave your voicemail that you say your name clearly and you leave a phone number clearly. I don't have the ability to see what phone number you're calling from, so make sure you tell me your name, tell me your phone number, tell me the course you're talking about. Now, when we go into the content, let's first of all see what's the first piece of content you have to do in this class. Unit 1, Activity 1, Assignment 2. Okay, so we go to content. We go Unit 1, Activity 1, and you're going to go through all of this. You're going to go through expectations, content. You're going to scroll all through it like you did in the orientation, assignment. If it says to do assignment 2, skip assignment 1. Just go to assignment 2. As you see, there's a hyperlink here to the Dropbox, so you're going to complete this work, submit it to the Dropbox. There's a rubric there for you to view as well. Okay? Pretend like this entire course page, entire course, is equivalent to a 500-page textbook that you would get at the beginning of a course. Your teacher would never say, go away and read 500 pages and then come back in June and you're going to get an exam. No, your teacher would say, today we're reading pages 12 to 15. Tomorrow we're going to look at page 25. The next day you're going to look at pages 30 to 40. Okay, so I have done exactly the same thing. In the content, there are pieces of information that I have picked out that you need to do and others that you don't. So it's critical that you look at the checklist to determine what you need to do and what not to do. Now, when you go to the course home, the first thing it said was to go to the course information and the student information folders. Okay, so these are really important areas because they give you kind of the lay of the land. So the course information has a number of pieces just about the course, how you're being assessed, course materials, okay, a course description. So please click on those and read what's there, okay? You can do that in your own time, preferably sooner rather than later. The second folder is called Student Information. It's very important that you read all of these sections, okay? There's a welcome note to you. There's Meet the Teacher, which is yours truly. Turnitin.com. Every student in this course, in all 3 of the courses I'm teaching, will need to log into Turnitin.com. Each course has its own class ID and password. So it's all listed here. My expectation is that you will sign up and enroll in our class immediately. So please do that as soon as you can. Source it document, it's critical that you source things correctly, so I've added an HTML for you to help you do that. Tips for success, a class lounge, if you choose to use that, that's great. If you don't, that's okay too. and this course has a glossary. Okay, if you have any questions about any of this, this is a very quick overview, but essentially, in order to start, you need to go to the checklist here, or the hyperlink here, to determine what to do. Take a look at the content in terms of course information and student information, and then start on Unit 1. A tip might be to print off each of these checklists at home so that you have it as a guide. You have it always there ready for you to take a look at. Okay? And always check your emails. Check your inbox, okay, to determine what emails you have. Okay? They're probably from me, so have a look. All right, that's the end of this video. Thanks so much for listening and watching, and let me know if you have any questions. Take care.